kupanga hiyo ishara.
To the casual observer, may be just another transfer of the instruments of power.
Asante sana.
Yet to political strategists behind the retired President Mwai Kibaki's fierce succession game plan, this handover ceremony at the Kasarani Sports Complex could as well have passed as the most symbolic realization of the political oracle that came to be famously known as the tyranny of numbers, coined by Professor Mutahi Ngunyi, in reference to the perceived unbeatable political sway of Jubilee Coalition's presidential candidate Uhuru Kenyatta in his 2013 grueling face-off with former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Over 6 years later, and another succession is in the offing, with President Kenyatta on the exit lane. But over 40 parliamentarians from his Mount Kenya backyard have yet again invoked the tyranny of numbers tag, albeit with modifications to what they call their irreducible minimum.
Watu wetu hawawakilishwi vilivyo katika hii nchi yetu ya Kenya. Ukitathmini maeneo ya bunge, ukiangalia hata county na vile ambavyo ugavi wa rasilimali ambavyo unafanyika hapa nchini.
When BBI comes, if it doesn't address those issues, then itakuwa kama ni wibo tunaiba ya wengine.
But what really are the Mount Kenya fears on BBI? While the report is yet to be publicized, there is already a widespread debate that part of the recommendations might include alterations on the presidency, deflecting part of the executive authority to additional players on the national political table, eliciting talk of likely amendments to the constitution to revert to a parliamentary system, where a prime minister wields part or all the executive powers of the head of government.
Honorable Speakers,
and is accountable to Parliament. Analysts thus argue that for Mount Kenya, a region that has produced 3 of the country's 4 heads of state and government, these jitters might be drawn from the uncertainties of how Mount Kenya's perceived political sway through its traditional near-homogeneous voting bloc would translate to real say in the leadership of government under a parliamentary system, where representation in parliament is not equated to the size of the electorate in individual constituencies.
I also go out and ask people.
Fears that Ndaragwa legislator Jeremiah Kioni, who represented PNU in the Naivasha talks that birthed the 2010 constitution, says are not far-fetched should the BBI team recommend adoption of the parliamentary route.
We have Kiambu County here with about 3-5 million people. And we have another county, Nyandarua, with 300,000 people. How would the senator, my Senator Githiomi, have the same vote with the Senator Wamatangi? So for that reason we said, when it comes to voting, you can vote, but we will never trust you with making of the law. You can do the law, but it will have to be sanitized by the National Assembly.
But this statement has caught attention of the man who, under the current system, is the de facto head of government business in Parliament, National Assembly Majority Leader Aden Duale, who says that Central Kenya has dominated the country's leadership since independence, and it is the high time to spread the political and economic dominance horizontally to create an all-inclusive government, adding that BBI should, in the spirit, recommend constitutional changes from the current presidential model to a pure parliamentary system. A move Duale argues would ensure that the contest remains at the constituency level.
That political competition is the most healthy thing, is the one that has kept countries together for long. It is when a competition, the outcome of a competition is already known, that we now need to address that thing. And I'm not saying it is going to be the case forever.
The answer is not in amending so that we have 5 different offices at the top of the executive. That would probably be good optics to show that we have a hierarchy that is multi-ethnic at the top. But we need to amend the constitution to achieve that.
Mount Kenya leaders have previously accused President Kenyatta's administration of discriminating against the region in development, particularly in the aftermath of his 2018 cooperation deal with ODM leader Raila Odinga, despite the region having been the bedrock of his support in the 2013 and the 2017 polls. An uproar that severally saw the president challenge leaders from the mountain region to form a caucus to provide suggestions on likely projects through select senior members of his cabinet. An initiative that seemingly lost steam with the now infamous assassination claims against his deputy William Ruto, said to have originated from one in a series of such meetings at the Thika Road-based Lamada Hotel. But could the Thursday statement be another in a series of other similar previous political stands to sway the Kenyatta succession politics and post-2022 deep state power control back to the mountain roots?
There is no guarantee that we can hang on to executive power forever. Formulas, combination, mutations can always be crafted that can lessen power from one side to the other. The most important thing is to secure yourself in the Constitution so that irrespective of who is in power, you continue getting what is due to you.
We don't want to cope up with a developed world which has already achieved their objective and we are yet to achieve. So that is important. And parliamentary system to me will be very good and very practical, and it will be people-centric, directly and indirectly.
The BBI task force has already drafted its report and now awaits the official handover to Kenyatta and Odinga. As their handlers read the public mood amid the country's anxious wait for the document. Muremi Mwangi, KTN News.